All right, what's up, YouTube? This is Doug Jenkins. I'm in the studio. You're actually hearing the SSL Alpha channel with the EQ on. Let me turn the EQ off. But what I'm going to be doing is running two signals. I'm going to be running it through all the equipment in the studio so you know exactly what you're paying for, okay? When you send a song this way, some of the equipment we're using, just plugins and the converters and stuff that you guys are using at home, just can't do the things that this equipment does, and that's what you're paying for. So as I get closer to perfection in audio, that's what I'm striving for. It's not all about, oh well, how much money can I make or this and that. I just justify the cost of what I'm doing to charge the cost that I need to to make a living doing this. And there's a lot of guys that are funny about that. They think, oh well, so and so did it down the street for $30 and this and that. But if you think about it, it takes me 6 hours to really mix a song correct and make it sound phenomenal. At $30, that's $5 an hour almost. It's not even five. Okay, let's just put it this way: for $30, $30, 6 hours. That's $5 an hour. It's 35. Yeah, it's. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is go through some pieces of equipment, and I'm gonna trigger them on the same beat. So you're gonna hear the beat right now. I'm gonna turn the microphone off, okay, and so I can run both channels. But the first thing that we're gonna let you hear is just the beat by itself. So I'm gonna bypass everything. Now I'm gonna show you what plugins did to the beat, and I'll keep the microphone on so you can hear me. Okay, here we go. So there's no plugins, anything, but this beat was mixed by me. So I'm gonna add just a basic EQ that I did. You see how my voice just sort of blended in a little bit. Now let me take off that EQ. You can sort of hear it. You see how my voice drowned it out a little bit? Beats distorting a little bit. So let me put on all the plugins. Okay, that's just the plugins. Now you might not have heard a difference, but now you're about to. So now I'm going to put on the DBX pair. The DBX is an infamous pair of compressors. At the end of this video, I'll get away from the microphone and show you that. So here's the before, and then I'll click the DBX on. So that's off. Here's on. Once again, I'll turn it off. Now pay attention to the kick drums when I do this. I'm going to turn it on. Alright, I'll turn it off. You notice how they got weak? The whole lows of the song got weak. Now let me turn it back on. Okay, now the next piece of equipment, but this is actually before the DBX and the signal here. This piece is actually going to be the dangerous BAX EQ, and what that EQ is infamous for is the BAX handle curve, which actually is just shelving. We're taking out unnecessary parts of this audio. What you'll notice in this is just how it really cleans the whole sound up. This one's really hard to hear if you're not, haven't been engineering for a while, or if you're using cheap speakers, or especially if you're listening to it on a laptop, just the speakers. If you can hear it, good. If you can't, get in your own home-based studio, hook up your interface, and see how this just makes this beat more dominant. I would call it. Just it has like a bigger image to it. So check it out. Alright, I'm turning it on. to turn it off. Now the DBX off. DBX on. Dangerous on. Okay, now the last one, I'm going to have to stop talking on the microphone because I'm using it as the preamp. The reason I'm going to have to take it off the microphone is because the preamp and the microphone, the EQ that I'm using are in the same box, and this is in the solid state EQ. The reason I bought this was I don't do a lot of recording. The preamps on the solid state alpha channels are awesome, but they're not, they're no Vintex or Neves, or you get what I'm saying. The thing that I want you to hear is when I do the EQ change. So I'm going to turn the microphone off, and I'm gonna slowly put on the dangerous. Then I'm gonna put on the SSLs, and then I'm gonna put on the DBX and listen to how this beat changes. So here we go. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You've got to hear the tremendous difference in quality from the SSL EQ, the DBX 160A compressors, and the dangerous BAX EQ. And when you do them properly, yes, you can overuse this stuff. Okay, maybe I'll just overuse it on purpose in a later video, but if I didn't know how to EQ correctly, I could really screw that sound up. In a lot of new engineers, you might trust them with your sound, and you think that just because they have high-end equipment that they're going to be great at using it, and that's not the case. So one of the things that I did want to mention is these are all being ran through some of the highest converters. It's sort of like I saw my little nephew watching actually playing Super Mario Brothers, and that game came out in like '91. Same with these converters; they came out around the year 2000, and a lot of people still use them because they're not broken. We're comparing apples to apples here. The conversion system that I'm using with the Apogee Big Ben and the Apogee 88,000 Special Editions. The thing about these things is what they've done to be able to provide the sound that I want to provide for you guys. It's such a different ballpark. I mean, we're talking about a different game here. It's not even the same game. So, the 002 sits in front of me as a control surface. No sound is going in and out of this. I don't use the preamps. I don't use the outputs. I don't use the inputs. I don't use any of it except for the ADAT and the control surface. The BAX EQ, the DBXs, I have an AFix exciter if the bottom end just needs that, that Hollywood style, I guess you'd call it. Some sounds it works with, some it doesn't. Same with the EQs. The SSL sometimes is what the song needed. We also have the Manly over here that I'll do like a screenshot. But the Manly is just such a warm sound. I didn't even have it running there. Excuse me. So anyways, you got to hear the difference in the beat. Just the beat itself and what that did. I'm going to end the video with playing the beat one more time, turning everything back on so you can hear it.